We are going to start a multimedia project or mixed media project where the first part involves a little bit of sketching and some painting, and for the second part we will be doing some weaving. So for part one we have a plate. I want your name on the back side, and it's also helpful to get your class on the back. On the front side you're just quickly sketching, so that means it's a fast drawing, a landscape, and I will have some pictures for you to give you ideas on what your landscape should look like. We're going to have a tray with a lot of different colors in it. You're not using all of the colors. Your first job is we're going to paint the sky, but we don't want it to be just a plain blue because that's boring. So you can take it and make it so it's a darker blue and then it gets lighter as it comes down. You could go for more of a sunset look and let your colors blend together. You can also do a little bit of mixing in your sky if that's what you prefer. So I'm going to go for a bright sunny day. I'm going to start with some regular blue and make sure I paint the plate. And you're going all the way to the edge. On those textured parts you may have to add a little more paint to it. I've gotten a little farther with my plain blue, and I'm trying to paint horizontally the best I can. That way it looks more like a real sky instead of lines going every which way. Now I'm going to take some of that blue that I had, scoop a little bit out and put it on my mixing tray, add a little bit of white to it, and this creates a tint. And then I can take this tint and make sure it blends in with my initial blue. If there's too much of a stripe where the blues meet, you can always take the regular blue and a clean brush and overlap the two. Okay, time to clean the brush. Remember to scrub it on the bottom of the cup. And we swipe on the edge, no banging. And you dry it on your paint shirt. Just give it a gentle little pinch. All right, this is our landscape. We're gonna have to work with more color mixing. I'm gonna take some of my green. Yeah, it looks a little chunky. That's how it came out of the bottle. Put some on my lid. Now, if you look at photos of landscapes, oftentimes the thing that's the farthest away is the lightest. And then they get darker as they come closer to us. So I'm gonna take a little teeny tiny bit of green and some white, mix it all up so I have a really light green. And I'm going to paint this farthest peak with a really light green. And this time I'm gonna be careful and paint it a little nicer. Try to lay it on thick where I overlapped. All right, clean my brush very thoroughly, dry my brush, so I can take a little more of this green and add it into what I mixed. If you need to, you can put more white into. Just make sure your next color is darker than what you had before. And I can use this on my next layer. If you don't have enough paint, it's all right to mix more. Just try your best to make it match what you had. Now that my landscape is all painted, this gets to dry, and then we'll start the weaving process next time.